man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
You guys come from Walker, Wisconsin. Going to watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas, bro.
All right, man. So Errol Spence says he ain't the same fighter on ES News. Shout out to Bruce Vane. There was another cat that was talking about it too, and I went back and watched. Like I watched some of the interview, but I just nitpicking it. But it was the main interview he did at the hotel, and I didn't see the part where he was talking about he ain't the same fighter and stuff. Hold on real quick. But let's talk about it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. And he basically said he ain't the same, you know. Basically, he said that Stephen A. Smith said, I seen that he rolling Crawford because Spence, because the car accident ain't the same, right? And, you know, and once you kind of look at it in the grand scheme of things, Crawford already the guy that people don't like. Whatever situation may be, you put him in the category with Clarissa Shields. People say, well, Clarissa Shields is boastful. You know, she brash, she talked too much, but Ronda Rousey did the same thing. What's the difference? You know what the difference is. You know, Deontay Wilder, you know, Golovkin get credit for knocking nobody's out. Deontay Wilder pretty much do it. And, you know what Clarissa Shields, Terrence Crawford, and Deontay Wilder all got in common. They dark-skinned. And some people pretty much got an issue with it. It ain't just that they black, because if it was they black, then, you know, Errol Spence wouldn't have the issues that he have. But it's because he dark-skinned. That's what I think it is, bro. And you know, people use excuses, well, he don't talk to the media. Neither did fucking Marshawn Lynch. That stop really people in the NFL from not liking Marshawn Lynch and stop him getting endorsements. But they gonna take this from him. And for him, only thing he really got to gain in this situation, yeah, it's hardware, history. The only thing he got to gain is money. He not gonna gain credit. And whatever, no matter the timeline he would have fought Spence and beat Spence. Oh man, he was way drained. They was never gonna give him the full credit, bro. No matter if he go out there and dog walk him, had a debatable with him, get straight up robbed, drop him 10 times, they still rob him. So people don't think about that in negotiations. Like, I'm gonna go over there, you know, I'm willing to lead Top Rank, go on foreign soil with PBC, never did the event with PBC, don't know how much interaction he had with PBC. I'm willing to go over there and risk my undefeated record. I'm willing to risk going on their side of the street. I'm willing to risk, you know, them robbing me because I know I can beat them. I know I can knock them out. If I don't, and they rob me with a draw, they rob me with a bad decision, they rob me in general, you know, I'm willing to risk it. But I'm with a risk, I need to be rewarded what I want to be rewarded. You're not gonna pay him 20 and pay me $5-10 million. The discrepancy between me and him in popularity, it ain't wide. He ain't Anthony Joshua, he ain't Canelo Alvarez. You really see a lot of fighters complaining about the compensation Anthony Joshua getting them. It ain't a whole bunch of crying about it. When you care about people complaining about Canelo compensation, on Caleb Plant's side, that was a PBC thing. That wasn't a Canelo thing. Dimitri Bivol took what Canelo gave him. You know, Billy Joe Saunders, he was mad about, well, I ain't get this. We got a flat fee of $7 million, more than you ever made. You don't really hear people saying, you know what, man, no. Floyd was getting people, what, 75-25, 80-20 split. That's the Floyd bag is different. Earl ain't the Floyd bag. Earl ain't none of that. But they gonna take this from this dude. They're not talking about the fight. They're gonna take credit. They're not gonna get the credit that he deserves. And I think he know that. And I think that's why he wanted to go up and fight Jermell Charlo. But they're not gonna let you beat up on both of them. Just not gonna happen, from what I understand. But they could. You're not gonna beat up on both of them. Then what they got left? And then you retire. They ain't got shit left. They got Joey Spencer and White Magic, Vito McAnally, and all that. But nonetheless, you know, Stephen A., I seen that. He said he ain't the same wrong with Crawford. You know, so you already know this was going to be, well, you know, no matter if Crawford win by a country mile or win by a country inch, it's going to be off. Errol Spence never had the car accident, then, you know, he would have beat him. And this, that, and the third. That's exactly what they going to say. If he go out there and get dog walked with a choke collar and a leash on, he dog walking around in Reno. You know, if the weight in the car accident has something to do with it. But, you know, Eddie Sedgwick was walking with him, talking about, like, you know, Earl, you know, Stephen A. Smith was talking about you ain't the same fighter, and you're not the same fighter anymore at the car accident. And Ellie said back didn't expect what he's gonna hear next. He said, "Of course I'm not the same fighter, but I'm still better than most of these guys." Come on. A lot of people say, "Well, that's a built-in excuse," But sometimes the truth is the truth. You can look at him in his face and you can tell the way he take punishment, he ain't the same fighter. He ain't used to flinch, and he ain't used to really like react the way he react. And Ugas ain't even the biggest puncher. Even when Danny Garcia caught him a couple times, I went back and kind of watched a little bit of the fight. He kind of was he wasn't taking the shots like he used to take them. He was I won't say flinching. He kind of when he got hit, he kind of was moving. You kind of know what I'm saying, bro. Know what I'm saying, man. When he got hit, it was like he didn't have a poker face he used to have. There started to be some type of reaction or some, I don't know. I wouldn't say gunshot neither, but he's not taking the shots like he used to take them. So, I agree. The statement was true. I can't say it's a built-in, you can say it's a built-in excuse. Two things can be true. It could be two rights. It could be two wrongs. It could be a right and a wrong. It could be true. But most people saying that it's a built-in excuse. And, but it was always going to be one, to be honest. The base in the hole is going to be the weight. So it was always going to be a built-in excuse. So no matter how we cut the cake or whatever, there was always going to be an excuse. No matter how y'all like it, how y'all don't like it, this, that, and the third, there was always going to sit there. There was going to be an excuse to discredit Terrence Crawford. You look no further than the Sean Porter fight. Oh, he ain't going to stop Sean Porter? And we was like, yeah, I think he'll stop Sean Porter, maybe. He went in there and stopped Sean Porter. And all that he didn't. Daddy threw the towel in prematurely, So, all them excuses, or they threw the fight or whatever. So, but, with him saying I'm better than most of those guys, well, that ain't the question, my nigga. Are you better than the guy? And is that him, projecting his fear, telling y'all right now that I can't beat him? And from what I understand, they always felt that he was a problem. They already felt that he was going to be a mountain to really overcome the beat. Like, you had to get to Mount Everest and conquer Mount Everest, which is damn near impossible. You see bodies all going up to Mount Everest, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the cold, the altitude, not breathing, all that stuff, and freezing to death, whatever else. That's what he up against. They know what they up against. And he got bullied into fighting this man. The media finally said, hey, man, it's time to fight him. And I don't really want to fight him, but, whatever they plan A and B is, I think this is the quickest way to start him for him. I think this is the quickest way to superstar him. But, yeah, he ain't probably the same fighter. You could tell in his face he ain't the same fighter. You could look at him the way he getting hurt now, or he taking punches, he ain't the same fighter. But as far as his attributes and throwing shots and throwing shots and throwing volume, he look physically cool. He look, as good as you can want him to look. Before the accident, he wasn't looking all that good. He wasn't. Everybody be like, well, he didn't look the same, and he looked the same since the Sean Porter fight. Sean Porter fight, it wasn't the same as, the Kell Brook fight. He was a different machine for the Kell Brook. He looked, to me, versus, Ugas, and that's Ugas and Sean Porter, two different beasts. He physically, from an energy standpoint of view, he ain't looked that good since he fought like Lamont Peterson, Kell Brook, Carlos Ocampo. He ain't look, that's the first time I've seen him literally physically look that good, Then again, it's different. And, he throwing all these jabs at Bud and throwing these shots at Bud, and got the Charlo twins throwing shots at Bud and saying this and that about Bud. And, Bud gonna harness, if Bud get in the ring with him, he gonna harness all of that and he gonna put it on him. He gonna at least try to put him on him. And I think for him, if it's in his mind, if it's an actual fact in his mind that he can't, that he won't win, I just think finishing on his feet. And that's what he gonna want to do. He gonna want to finish on his feet. So I don't think he won't let Bud stop him, but I don't know. They go find the harsh truth of reality in boxing. And that's, they love you today. And as soon as you lose today, they gonna still say, oh, Errol still our king. Stay up, king. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna try to move on to somebody else. They might try to jump on Crawford jock. You know how to, what Floyd say, you know how the bitches in the sport be. But yeah, of course he's not the same fighter. Nelly Setback was a little bit shocked when he said that. And Ellie, Ellie, somebody Crawford shut off from an interview too, so you already know how it go. Sometimes for Crawford, it just might be a faith test. Say, no interview, bro, and see what you go back and say. If you go back in there and say, well, F Crawford, this, that, and third, and I'm a Spence fan, or I'm a Boots fan, or I'm a whatever fan, and I'm with Crawford, then he probably, okay, next time I see him, if you just taking a stride like Town, he'll probably talk to you again. I just think that's the tip that he on. Sometimes it's just a faith test to see what you can see what you go back and say. A lot of people always fail the faith test. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas be getting married to these women and y'all don't use the faith test. But yeah, a lot of niggas don't be using the faith test, bro. Tell your girl, oh man, shit, yeah, I can't pay the rent this month. Well, I don't know, whatever you say, I can't pay my car note this month. Can I get $500 when I get it back, whoop-de-whoop. And she be like, hell no, and bro, nigga, whatever. Or she be like, yeah, here you go, baby. Whenever you get it, don't worry about it. And she give it to you. That's the faith test. Or whatever it may be. Shit. Hard to find loyalty, bro. People don't understand. That's just hard to find. But we'll have to wait and see, man. But it is what it is. But when he sound better than most these guys, are you better than the guy? Is the question. That's the only question people want to know right now. We had a hell of a performance versus Ugas. And people want to know. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financial and support the channel. Cash App $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Check my Linktree link out. It's first link in the description. Find me everywhere with one click. From YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Instagram, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All in one click, man. But yeah, check out the welterweight boxing news playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. Peace.